Okay, I thought there were some better things that happened tonight. I thought special teams was much improved. Cole punted the ball well. Thought we covered pretty well. We had some good returns. We had some good coverage. I thought we flipped the field position pretty well that way. Defensively, I think we played. Without the five starters playing, I thought they did a nice job. We got still tackled better than what we did in the beginning. I thought Breland made some nice plays, and then I thought the backup defensive players played a lot better tonight than they did a week ago. Offensively, it's still a work in progress. I think we had 6 first downs at the end of the third quarter when I looked up there. We were 1 of 13 or something like that on third downs. So we don't really have much rhythm going on there, and we don't, we haven't scored a touchdown yet on offense. So we got to do a lot better in that area. We're going to grind them real hard this week and kind of start to back down of what we're doing, understand who we are, and then figure out those things and go from there. Not enough consistency. I think we had, 2 first downs, was it? And so, they had, they played a little over a quarter. We got to make some more plays out than what we did. Seemed like a lot of times, and maybe not just with the first team, but it seemed like a lot of times we had some penalties or miscues, that get us in bad situations. So we have to eliminate those.
How do you evaluate 2 reserve quarterbacks, Brown and Monica?
Yeah, still work in progress, I think.
The first team offensive line, how do you feel like they performed?
It's really hard for me to evaluate them. I think, did we get beat off the edge one time? I think so, yeah. So I don't know if it was a blitz or if somebody got beat or something like that. I don't remember, but we're not doing well enough. We got to go.
You guys been talking about the linebackers throughout camp. How'd you feel that group did without Barr in there?
Yeah, they did better tonight. Vigil, I want to think he had one play that he wasn't as precise on. The backup guys played a lot better tonight than they did before. I thought, Dye obviously did some good things. They're still making little bitty mistakes that, that we have to try to correct. I know Surratt, I thought he did some good things. He missed, he tried to run through underneath a block and got blocked one time. Just trying to think off the top of my head.
Amir Smith-Marset took a lot of returns in both the kick and the punt game. Do you feel like he's advanced himself in that competition?
Well, I think he's been dynamic with what he does, and also as a receiver, I think he's got a chance to be pretty good too. But he took it out from about 8 yards deep, which he wasn't supposed to the one time. But he's got some courage, and he catches the ball well, and he hits the seams pretty good. So I thought that part was good. Punt return was, I thought, didn't he have one long punt return as well? Yeah.
One preseason game left. Do you think there'd be benefit to playing more starters in that, just to find some of that rhythm?
Yeah, I think for me, it's a really offensively we probably need to play. Yeah, defensively, with some of these guys that have played for a long time, I'm not sure. I think about I almost played Peterson a little bit tonight, but. And I kept Harrison Smith out, and Xavier Woods had a little nick, so I didn't really want to risk it. And then same thing with Barr. So who's the other? And Daniil. So I think Daniil probably needs to play a little bit. I'll try and get his opinion on where he thinks he's at. But he hasn't played in a year. So in Barr's, he's missed a lot of time as well. So. We'll just try and sit down this week and figure it out.
Is Barr a concern at this point, just because he's not practiced and played so much?
He's not a concern as a football player. He's a concern maybe a little bit with his health. And so we're taking that with real kid gloves. But we miss him out there. We can do so many different things with him that allows the rest of the guys. And plus, he does a great job of communicating to everybody. So we're just being cautious with him.
Or something new?
No, it's not the pick. Excuse me?
Is Thielen okay?
Yeah, he got a knee to the thigh, so he's got a thigh bruise.
It looked like Chris Boyd was taking snaps ahead of Cameron Dantzler. Is there some improvement Dantzler needs to make to his game?
Well, Boyd's been doing better.
I don't know how much you can see out of Pierce and Tomlinson with where they're at on the field, but what was your initial impression of those guys?
Yeah, it was hard. It really is hard for me to see, but I thought we did a good job stopping the run, and I assume they were a big part of it.
Mike, until this year, you've always had a veteran as a backup quarterback. I know it's late in the game. Are you giving any consideration to bringing in a veteran as a possible backup?
Well, we'll see. We'll talk more about it this week, but with the monetary situation, we have to be careful of that as well.
Mike, on Mod, is his play, because of his age and experience, is he actually his play about where it's expected to be for a guy who's a third-round pick and this young?
Well, I think it's really hard to evaluate young rookie quarterbacks, and I think you see in all these preseason games, some of these real high picks struggle with certain areas, and so he does some good things. I think he had a really good week of practice. I think it was the best week he's had. He was quicker with his tempo. He was a lot better in and out of the huddle. He started off pretty shaky with the fumbled snap, but the only way to get him experience is to play him. So, but at some point we got to get ready to play a game too. So, I don't know if he's where he's at or where he should be, or I just know that he improved this week, and so we just got to keep going there.
Is there still a competition between Wanham and Weatherly for that starting spot, and did either of them advance their case?
Well, I think we know, but they don't, so I'm not gonna. You know what I mean?
Mike, on
Time for two more.
On Kirk, since he came back from quarantine, just from my viewpoint, it seems like he has not been super sharp. Have you seen that? It just looks like the passes aren't as crisp. We've got some guys being overthrown, things like that.
I don't know if that's really the case. I think maybe in these last two, I don't know if you're talking practice or games or. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's really the case. I think, with some of the things we're doing in practice, we're probably not allowing him to get to the reads that he wants to get to sometimes. And so, part of it is taking what you can get and then going from there. But you'd have to ask him that maybe.
Are you talking to him tonight? Are they talking to him tonight? Ask him.
Last one.
Okay, thanks.